Good evening and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Tonight. Dumaguete is going to be hosting and conducting a very big event. This has been ongoing for the past, I think, 3 or 4 years already. And this is the fourth offering of the 2023 Dumaguete Triathlon. Alam nyo, sumisikat na tong triathlon activity na to for reasons that this was part of the Hall of Famer na tayo as being the sports organizer sa government sector in the Philippines, no? And of course, ang mayor nato sa Dumaguete, si Mayor Ipe, has been accorded the sports personality for last year. So basically, we will be discussing the upcoming 2023 Dumaguete Triathlon and what's in store. It's going to happen on May 14 of 2023. It's a Sunday, and I'm sure this is one of the highlights of the sporting and tourism activity here in Dumaguete City. Tonight, we have with us, as our special guests, no? We have with us para ba yung original organizers nito. Huwag ko na sabihin yung mga matatandang organizer, no? Sabihin natin, sila talaga yung nagpasimuno. They were all started this triathlon from the maiden offering until now na sumikat na siya. And we have with us the head coach and race director and organizer of the Dumaguete Triathlon 2023, and I know him personally as one of the sports personalities there in Silliman University. We have with us Coach Dioñesio Piñero II, also known as Coach Niño. Coach Niño,
hello.
Mayang gabi mo. Also with us is the co-organizer and also a coach, no? In Dumaguete City and in Negros Oriental. We have with us Coach Dario Endozo. Coach Dario, mayang gabi.
Hello. Good evening.
For a starter, no, let's start before we talk about the Dumaguete Triathlon. No, let's talk about you personally, both of you, because not many from Negros Oriental may know you. I know Coach Niño knows yung mga estudyante mo na dumaan sa mga physical education and kilala ka, and then sa mga varsity players also sa Silliman University. But tell brief things about yourself. Yeah. Let's start with you, Coach Niño.
Okay, hello and good evening once again to our viewers and who are watching tonight in this show. I'm popularly known as Coach Niño, and most of my students call me Sir Piñero. And I am in this world of sport here in Dumaguete and locally, regionally, and nationally because the passion of being into sport is somewhat a dedication to what I love to do most, especially in swimming. That is where I became a very popular athlete in the 1980s and so on. And then in the 2000, I happened to be in the triathlon. So I think both of this discipline I enjoyed much because I met a lot of people. That is why I dedicate myself and committed to help others who have dreams of becoming a triathlete.
Wow, well said. Coach Dario naman. Coach Dario, pakilala mo yung sarili mo sa mga Negrenses, no?
Yes, I'm Dario Endozo. Originally I'm from Batangas. My parents are from Batangas. Then I moved to the U.S. when I was in a young age of 15 years old. And now retired here in Dumaguete 3 years ago with my wife, who's originally from here, Nancy Enojo. So now it's Endozo. So came from a background of as a runner, mainly as a runner.
Uh-huh.
I started in 1997, 98, and I've done a lot of marathons. And then I progressed into duathlon and ultimately doing Ironman in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And I started coaching thereafter about around 2006 and got certified as a running coach, mainly as a running coach. and I got my certification in triathlon coaching in 2016, I think. It's been a while. And so, like Coach Niño, I'm very passionate in the sports, mainly in running and triathlon now. So here in Dumaguete, even before, I settled here. Every time I come here for vacation, I do a running clinic or triathlon clinics for athletes, and so there I became known as Coach Dario. So yeah.
Well said. Let me know. Let us educate the public. No? There's a group that you are involved in, and it's called the Actum Largabia. No? So ako, when I first heard about it, Actum, parang German sounding man yung Actum. No? Can you both tell us, maybe starting with Coach Niño, can you both tell us kung bakit na ganyan yung pangalan, and what sa triathlon, what's the objective of your organization?
Well, sir, this name Actum Larvia came from the mouth of Mr. Erwin Ramos Oipiche, who happens to be our president. That's why he was appointed as the president, because he really wanted to have a prompt time in every practices that we schedule, especially every day. So he encourages us, each and every one of us, that hey, let us be an example to all of the athletes here in Dumaguete, that once we schedule a practice, if it is 7 o'clock, it must be 7 o'clock. So if you are late in coming, so you will be called Largabia, because you are left behind. So you always have to pay attention in every scheduled practices, so that you will not be Largabia. That's why we call ourselves as Largabia. So it has become
byword.
The words coming from the mouth of all athletes. Hey, Largabia. You have to be very careful with joining this group, because you will be left behind. That's how it came into the name.
So, Coach Dario, kindly share to our viewers what exactly was this a group that was intended really just for running, or to organize really activities like what has been going on for the past 4 years, yung Dumaguete Triathlon?
Oh, we have all kinds of athletes in our team, not necessarily a triathlete. We have runners. We had DARS, the Dumaguete athletic running. What's it stand for? Runners and striders. Okay, and then so we get everybody involved now: swimmers, runners, adventurers. So we are open to any sports enthusiast. So it's not mainly a triathlete.
Let's talk about the Dumaguete Triathlon. No? This is your fourth offering for 2023. It started, I think, 3 years back or 4 years back. Maybe you can share, ano yung early beginnings ng Dumaguete Triathlon, why it came about, bakit naisip nyo gawin sa Dumaguete, Negros Oriental, ang Dumaguete Triathlon. Coach Nin.
Okay, it was started with in the early 2000 with TRAP as the main organizers of the event, Triathlon. And then from then on, they observed, and also us, I was part of the officiating officials during the first triathlon here in Dumaguete. As per observation that we made, is that there are a lot of Dumagueteños are into swimming, cycling, and running. So it was a springboard of everything, that how triathlon became a special event, or a highlighted event here in Dumaguete City, because of the participation locally, regionally, and nationally. So from then on, Dumaguete Triathlon became known to all triathletes here in the Philippines.
Yeah. Was it intended also for international participants as well? Do you have international participants? I'm not quite aware of what's going on with the past triathlon, but were they some participants that came from other countries that came here?
Yeah, yes, sir. During the second and the third, there are participants coming from abroad because they happen to open their Facebook account, and then there was an invitation for them to come. So it was a somewhat, how do we call it, a domino effect that,
Yeah.
it's in Dumaguete, and Dumaguete is very accessible. So if you are in Dumaguete, you can travel anywhere, and if there is an event, a triathlon event, well, it's really very easy to visit Dumaguete whenever there is activities like triathlon.
Yeah.
So it, many foreigners are now uh, looking forward in their participation in our Dumatry. So
Yeah.
last year we have a lot of foreigners who,
Mhm.
Yeah. Some
who
ex
participated
living
in
here too.
our 2019 20 20 last year, 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Coach Dario, as what was mentioned by Coach Nino, and I like to for you to elaborate on that. No, the accessibility of Dumaguete for participants has been paved the way for a repeat and three-peat and another now this offering that we have for May 14 of the triathlon, Dumaguete Triathlon. Pero sa mga feedbacks nyo, I mean, you evaluate every year yung mga activity, the ones that you prepared and you hosted, no? Together with the city government of Dumaguete. Ano yung mga feedback na galing sa mga participants? What makes Dumaguete for triathlon a conducive place for them to come and to participate in?
Oh, we had really good feedbacks from athletes last year.
Mm.
Number one is that very accommodating and welcoming the Dumaguete Triathlon. So they compare it to it's almost like an Ironman event.
Okay.
Because of this venue. We had the what do you call this? The carbo loading, and we had some entertainment and the food and the from registration to I mean the whole setup of this triathlon. It's not like any other local event. So they kind of compare it to an Ironman event. So it's good. It's good to hear that from them.
Okay, let's educate the public, no, Coach Niño. When you say triathlon, what does this involve? Kasi pag sinabi mo the very word triathlon, maybe we're talking about it, but some of our viewers may not understand bakit ang tawag sa kanya triathlon. And how does one become a triathlete, no? According to Mayor, no, sabi niya, triathlete rin siya, but he's trying to be an athlete. Yung joke niya. But the point here is that what does it involve, a triathlon? And then how does one become one triathlete? What does he need to do to prepare for this type of competition?
Yes, sir. Since triathlon is an endurance event that involves three disciplines or three events like swimming, cycling, and running, you have to prepare. You have to have a good program, a time well spent for practices, so that you will be able to develop your cardiovascular system, that you will be able to endure the time when you are doing your training, and especially during your competitions. Because if you will not spend quality time in practicing, and you are not able to develop good techniques, you're not training smart, you will not be able to become a triathlete. Becoming a triathlete involves a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
One is Your time for your family is sacrificed. Time for your friends. Time for what is important is your vices is already set aside. The time for the vices, it's
Uh,
not anymore part of your program. Well,
correct.
you will become a very disciplined person because you will be mindful of everything, of becoming a physically fit person. So again, it's you are becoming a disciplined, a well disciplined person. So that is how I describe being a triathlete.
Mhm. Coach Dario, triathlon involves what specifically? I know it's running, swimming, and biking. Is that correct?
Yes, swim first, and then bike, and
Uh,
then running at the end.
uh,
Yes.
um, is triathlon? Kasi ang alam ko, we host this type of competition. Is this an Olympic event? Do we go? Those who participate are preparing for an international event or an Olympic event? Is this parang a way of preparation nila for bigger events sa triathlon?
Well, yeah, in Olympic, there is a triathlon event in the Olympic.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
well, triathlon it's huge.
Mm.
Okay, there's a sprint triathlon, which is the shortest of the triathlon. This consists of like 800 meters swim,
Mm.
a 20K bike,
Mm.
and a 5K run. And then
Mm.
there's it's called Olympic distance,
Understand.
or some call it international distance. Here in the Philippines, they call it standard distance.
Mm.
But internationally, it's called international distance or Olympic distance, which is the Dumaguete triathlon distances: 1,500 swim, 40K bike, and 10K run. And then there's a half Ironman. Okay, it's a 70.3. 70.3. It means 70.3 miles total.
Wow.
So it's a 1.2 mile swim,
Mm.
and 56 miles bike, and 13.1 run. And then, of course, ultimate is the Ironman event, which is double of the half Ironman. That's the mother of all the triathlon.
Uh-huh.
So to be able to do that, I mean, you could focus on each event, or you could try the shortest one and work your way up to Ironman distance.
Yeah.
But it's all over. Yeah.
Are there many, Sir Dario, Coach Dario, are there many participants coming from Dumaguete, and how competitive are they?
Well, yes. Well, we have a lot of participants. Most of the triathletes, not even non-triathletes, they try to get on board of this triathlon craziness.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming, it's gotten bigger and bigger. Every year, as you know, like everywhere in the Philippines, like every weekend now, there's a competitions of triathlons.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show that everybody's getting to this healthy lifestyle of being a triathlete. So, yeah, it's good.
Okay. Coach Niño, yung health benefits of, it all started off like running, jogging, or walking. These are all health concerns, health benefits that we derive out of doing these particular exercises. Sa triathlon, what do you see are the health-wise, sa wellness sa tao? What specifically do they gain out of it, health-wise?
Yes. The most is this one. It delays aging process. So lahat ng triathletes, they always look young. Look at Coach Dario. Coach Dario is already in his prime of his life.
I got a lot of wrinkles.
Yeah. You cannot see the wrinkles. You cannot see everything is really cancer. Seriously speaking, it delays aging process because you feel very vibrant with the whole body. Your body physique is you're feeling very young, and you are so alive, alert, and awake in everything that you do. You're not lousy. You're so physically fit. and you always feel good and look good whenever you are in uh, around what's this in your surroundings. So everybody is looking at you. Hey, you you always look very young every time we met or every time we have a gathering. So those are the usual observations that I personally observed with those triathletes. So the best example I can give is Coach Dario.
Yeah,
Which is a good
it
example.
really does get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it gets you fit. Okay, because
Yeah.
you have to, I'll give you an example. It's a three sports: swim, bike, and run.
Yeah.
Okay, so to be able to be good in all those three sports, then you have to train on all those three
Mm.
individually,
Mm.
and then at the end, when you go to a race, you got to do all on together. So to be, then you have to be follow a healthy lifestyle living, because to be able to do all this, then you have to, eat right, sleep sleep
Yeah.
right, and rested, so you should be able to do all the sports.
Mm.
So it makes you feel young. At least makes you feel young.
Anyways, Coach Dario, when we talk about the triathlon, no, sa'yo, I mean, both of you, si Coach Niño, both of you, I'd like you to answer this, no. Uh, which part of the event or the triathlon is the most difficult part? Is it the swimming part? Is it the biking part? Or is it the running part? And sa inyo, ano yung strategy nyo? I mean, I don't want to reveal your secrets, but at least you can share. Ano yung strategy nyo? Saan kayo bumibili? Sa biking, sa running, or sa swimming? Coach Dario.
Okay, it depends on the person's strength. So most people I've met came from a swimming background, so they probably have difficulty in running and or cycling. So depends on the weakness. If your weakness is the swim, then you spend a lot of time swimming. So if you have weakness is the bike, then you spend a lot of time on the bike. For me, for myself, I'm not really a good swimmer. So swim is really daunting for me.
Okay.
At the start, it's just, I got these butterflies in my chest, and that's the most daunting part.
And it's
Because you
first.
gotta be.
This is the first part sa triathlon, no, yung swimming portion, right?
Yes, and yes, and also that's why a lot of, as you know, a lot of deaths that happen in a triathlon is in the swim.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, because your heart rate goes up from 0 to 220 right away. When you get into the water and you're swimming, especially if you're on a mass start, you'll be swimming along with 200, 300, 400 athletes.
Okay.
So in my experience, I swam with 5,000 athletes at the same time.
Wow.
The Ironman event. So imagine that. You're like in a whirlpool. You're like, if you look at from afar, it looks like piranhas swimming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you expect a lot of body contacts. You get kicked in the face. You get poked in the eye.
That's
you
right.
get pushed down in the water. So for me, swimming is the most daunting, the most difficult part. Because once you get on the bike, you're okay.
But and your strength, what's your strength in the triathlon?
For me, running,
Okay.
because that's my background.
Uh-huh.
But in the triathlon, running is the last one. So whatever you have left, that's it.
Whatever is
It's
left in
also
your
like
life.
survival. It's just survival at the end.
Todo bigay na. Coach Niño, ikaw. I mean, you just recently joined the Cebu Triathlon, no? And Coach Dario, were you there sa Cebu Triathlon as well? The recent one?
Marathon.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, see, Coach Nino was there, and ikaw, what's your strength when it comes to triathlon? Is it the swimming, the running, or the bike portion?
My background really is on swimming, so
Yeah.
this is what I do best, especially for those want aspirants for becoming a triathlete. I really give my best to introduce swimming to this newbies so that it will become uh, uh, an easy learning process for them so that they will be able to develop the other two disciplines. So most likely, sir, I'm always in the world of swimming. So my secondary is just cycling and running. I'm a very slow. What's this? I'm a very slow starter, and I always follow my heart rate every time, every activity or physical activities that I do. So
Okay.
it's not like Coach Dario. I cannot pace with him because it's just too strong for me.
Not the
So,
swim.
uh, so actually, although it's a competitive sport for you guys, or for the Actong Largabia, it's more of the enjoyment and the fun itself of being able to participate. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Ah,
Yes.
but ultimately, kung manalo, di swerte, di ba?
Yeah. Kung manalo man,
Bonus na yun. Bonus.
bonus na yun. But it's
Bonus.
mainly for the fun of it, for the
Yeah.
fun of doing this sport.
Okay. Coach Niño, Coach Dario, the upcoming 2023 Dumaguete Triathlon, your fourth offering, both for, both conducted by the city government of Dumaguete under Mayor Peremolio and the Actong Largabia. Where are we now in terms of preparations? And ano pa yung mga expected na mga, how many turnouts are you expecting when it comes to participants? Kindly brief the Negrenses and the Dumagueteños about this. Coach Ning.
Yes, sir. Since we had already started we just had recently had the triathlon last year, so our preparations for this year is only to strengthen whatever weaknesses we had encountered the last year.
Uh,
So I could say that the preparations that is set now for the 2023 is around 85% because we will just only work on the minor things that needs to be worked up, especially on the registration, the payments, and of course, we have no more problems with the swim route, the bike route, and the running route. So everything is in place. And now the biggest challenge is for us to disseminate information so that the public will be aware of what's
mm,
going to happen on May 14, 2023.
mm. Coach Dario, when we talk about the upcoming Dumaguete Triathlon, no, preparation-wise, as what was mentioned by Coach Dinho, at least 85% okay na tayo because we already have it online, no, registration. In terms of participants, do you have an objective or goal as to how many you are assuming will be participating this year? Okay, over the years, tumataas ang participation, di ba? So this year, what are we seeing? How many are we seeing, and where are they coming from?
Okay, we're expecting to top it off at 1,000 athletes. Because last year we turned down a lot of people, and we cut it off at 600. Originally it's 500,
600.
and then more people, wanted to join, so it became 600. So this year, hopefully we get about 1,000, and that's the we can handle. So, we can handle.
Okay.
So yeah.
Coach Nino, yung sa registration, you were mentioning the registration. How much is the registration basically? At saka, ano yung mga guidelines nyo? Maybe you can inform the public about it, and then maybe you can also mention kung saan sila mo log in for if so people who are watching right now are interested to join and to be a part of this big event, no, the Dumaguete Triathlon of 2020. Coach Nin.
Okay, so those who wish to join the 2023 Dumaguete Triathlon, we are now on Facebook. So you can access by typing, you can search by typing 2023 Dumatry, and then if all the details, the information about the Dumaguete Triathlon is already found in the website. So you only need to click for the link so that you will be able to register yourself and be able to to enjoy the the early bird registration, which is 2,500, because after the early bird registration, and we are going now to regular rates, which is 3,000 for individual. But for the relay, early bird is ongoing, and then the regular rates will be 9,000. So you'll just see how these registrations are being prepared. You only have to pay it in the through the BDO bank account, and then you will be able to receive a response from the city tourism office, which the tourism office plays a very important role, because they will also provide you which hotels you want to stay, and of course the 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 questions that you will be asking, if there is discounts. Well, the city tourism is now working on the hotels that all participants, as long as you provide your identification that you are registered, then these hotels will be giving you a discount. So we will not know how much is the discount, but at least there will be discounts that will be giving to all our 2023 participants in Dumatry.
If I were a participant and I registered and then paid 3,000 online, Coach Dario, what do we expect as a part of the 3,000? I mean, ano yung shoulderin ng participant, and then what is included in the 3,000 for registration, and where does it go?
I think I'm sorry, but I think Coach Niño can answer that better.
Anyway, yeah, Coach Niño, please.
So the 3,000 is broken down into the to your race kits. Okay, so then the triathlete knows already what are inside the kit, that is where they can find their race bib numbers. They will also have their drawstring bag, and then some sponsors might be giving some stuff inside the kit, and then we will be using the timing chip. So everything that athlete is expected to have inside the kit will be, hopefully will be able to provide it, so that everything that you will find for the use during the race day, it's already there inside your drawstring bag. So that's how we put together the three K, so that it will be suitable for the participants.
Coach Dario, this is the fourth offering, no? Since we started off, and Actong Largabia has hosted this and organized this together with the city government of Dumaguete, with the support of Mayor Ipe Remolyo, no? Ano yung nakikita nyo na you need to improve this time around? Kasi di ba, first offering, second, third. Sa fourth ninyo, is there any, if any, no? Are there anything like the route you need to improve, or the how we accommodate the participants? Ano yung based sa inyong mga assessment, ano yung kailangan nating i-improve pa, if any?
Okay, from last year, because the previous year was a different route, and from last year, I think we will try to improve the bike route, and the run route is okay, but last year there was some commotions within the runners and the cyclists sharing the same road.
Okay.
So this year we will try to make that better, to avoid accidents, and to make it safe for everyone in the race.
Okay, at this juncture, Coach Niño, Coach Dario, let's hear from you and invite the public, those who are maybe interested to participate in the upcoming Dumaguete Triathlon, who has become more and more famous as time goes by, hosted by and organized by the Actong Largabia, together with the city government of Dumaguete City under the stewardship of Mayor Ipe Remolyo, and invite them to watch on May 14 or to join and participate in the competition itself. Coach Niño first.
Okay, to all triathletes residing anywhere around the globe, come and visit Dumaguete. because our 2023 triathlon, Dumaguete Triathlon, is spectacular. There are many surprises. What is your 3,000 pesos registration fee will include cash prizes. You have your finisher shirt, your medals, trophies, and everything that you will experience here in Dumaguete Try will be worth memorable, that you can share it to all your friends that, hey, iba talaga ang triathlon sa Dumaguete. Pang international talaga. That is why the name Dumaguete is a sports hub tourism, is the exact description of this is how Dumaguete known not only as a university town, but they develop curricular and extracurricular activities to all people from all walks of life. So enjoy and be part of our 2023 Dumaguete Try. On May 14, 2023, see you there.
Coach Dario, your turn.
Okay, so we are welcoming every able triathletes or those who wants to try for the first time a triathlon. Okay, so not only here in Dumaguete, in Negros, or neighboring island, but also all over the Philippines or anywhere in the world. I'm calling also my team, Phil and Try. We are the largest Filipino-American triathlon team in the world, which I also one of the founder. I'm calling them to join this year's Dumaguete Try, and you will experience Dumaguete tourism, the people, the food, and all that. I mean, everything that we love in Dumaguete, we would like to share it with you. Come to Dumaguete.
Well said. So all set for the May 14 Dumaguete Triathlon of 2023. I'm sure it's going to be one of the talks and big talks and big events of in the Philippines, right? During that day, happening here in Dumaguete City, hosted by and organized by the city government of Dumaguete together with the Actong Larga Villa. And we'd like to thank our guests for tonight, the organizer and run director of the Dumaguete Triathlon for 2023. We have again Coach Niño Piñero II. Coach Niño, salamat kayo. The household
Welcome,
team
sir.
sa Silliman University. And we have also the co-organizer and also a coach, Coach Dario Endozo. Both Sir Dario, Coach Dario, Coach Piñero, thank you very much for being my guest tonight in Let's Talk.
Thanks for having us.
Same.
So,
thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So continue to like us at our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. Check out the Dumaguete Triathlon there, their guidelines, and check out some photos that we'll be showing there about the previous triathlons. And do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Talk with Dok Dinno Dumaguete. For those who will not be able to see this in the international and all, check out our YouTube, and this interview will be posted there, and you can see all the things we have discussed and features from previous years of triathlon. So with that, I'd like to thank again our two guests for tonight. And that's our episode for tonight. I'm Dok Dinno. Be well and keep talking.